what's up with y'all? This your boy James Darnell, aka Davinci the Poet, and Poetry and Sim Reviews. So if you like that type of content, then stay tuned. And also click that like button, leave me a comment, subscribe, and most importantly, click that notification bell. And without further ado, roll that beautiful bean footage. So these two fragrances are another 2 for $29 from Perfumes for You. This is my third video on this 2 for $29 deal. So please, if you got a Perfumes for You in your area, please go there, because this is not going to last always. So the first one is a Sauvage clone, and the second one is just a good smelling fragrance. I've been raving about the house of YZY, which is Territoire. They just make some beautiful stuff for cheap, and they're eau de parfums. So we're gonna get right into it. This one is Territoire Wild, and it is as you can tell from the title, it is a clone of the house of Dior Sauvage. I'm gonna go over the notes in both and everything like that, and we're gonna smell. So let's get started on it. So I showed you the box, nothing really spectacular. I mean, it's just, a box. Got all your basic stuff that clone's supposed to have: batch code, barcodes, information about the scent, things like that. Here's the scent. You can see that Dior transition, how it's like that darkness, almost black at the top, and then it transitions kind of into blue. Then it gets to be like a whitish clear at the bottom. And then that's the same cap as Dior Sauvage, except that they have the Territoire logo on here instead of the Dior logo. So that's what it looks like. I'm going to waste the spray, and then I'm going to spray it on a test strip. Great atomizer. As always, magnetic cap. Do not hold this by the cap, because look, if I slowly start to let go, pops right off. So it's a magnetic cap, but it's not a strong magnet. But with any magnetic cap, don't hold it by the cap. So let me go get a test strip, and I'll be right back. Okay. Whole booklet full of test strips. Let's rip one apart. Do about 2 sprays. Wow. Definitely Sauvage up and down. I haven't did a test yet with it on my skin to see how long it lasts. Again, it is a eau de parfum, so I'm assuming that it's going to last pretty good on my skin. But if you want an alternative to Sauvage at a cheap price, as you can tell by the title, they're 2 for $29. So this right here is literally like 14, 15 bucks. I say 15 bucks for something that's spot on, smells just like Sauvage. Sauvage is still expensive. They're not going to go down on the price of Sauvage. So if you want something that smells just like Sauvage, get this right here. That's Territoire Wild. So the notes in Territoire Wild is top notes of bergamot, pepper, middle notes lavender, vetiver, and patchouli, and then base notes of cedar and labdanum. Okay. Now Sauvage top notes of excuse me, calibrin, bergamot, pepper. Middle notes of Sichuan pepper, lavender, pink pepper, vetiver, patchouli, geranium, and elemi, and base notes of ambroxan, cedar, and labdanum. So kind of similar, kind of different, but that's what you get with Territoire Wild and with Dior Sauvage. This right here, definitely right now is getting an 8 because it just smells amazing. It's if you like Sauvage, you're gonna like this, and this is only 15 bucks. So please, please buy this instead of Sauvage, and then you'll be able to tell if you want an actual full bottle of Sauvage or not. Because this right here, you can get Sauvage decants more expensive than this. So, Territoire Wild. Okay, and the next scent is another house that you probably have never heard of. Because I never heard of it, but I smelt it. I let my fiance smell it. We both liked it, so I said, okay, it's 2 for $29. Because thing about it is, I wanted just this to do a review on it, but she said it's either 1 for $29 or it's 2 for $29. I said, okay, I'm taking 2 for $29. So this right here is from a house called Jeanne Arthes. That's Geanne, and then Arthes or Arths. I don't know how to say it, but it's Arthes, and they're out of Paris. The name of the scent is Colonial Club Legend Pour Homme. But unlike Territoire fragrances, this is a eau de toilette concentration. This is what the box looks like. It's very cheap. It looks like leather, but it's just a cheap box. They tried to make it a little rugged. I don't know if you could tell, but they tried to make it, the feeling is a little rugged, but it's still a very cheap box. Now, the presentation of the cologne or the fragrance is actually pretty nice. When I seen it on display, I thought that this was for women, as you can tell by the color of the juice and things like that, but it's actually for men. Now, this one, you can actually hold it by the cap. It clicks into place really tight. I don't really recommend you holding any fragrance by the cap. I've done that with some fragrances and they fell, broke, things like that. Especially like Perry Ellis portfolio, any Paris portfolio. I'm not holding by the cap because the actual bottle is really tight, but the cap is cheap plastic. And anytime you hold it by the cap, it will fall. It's not going to break though, because it's like metal or something like that that the actual bottle is made of. So let's get another, you guessed it, test strip. And let's waste the spray. And I'll decide which one is going to be my scent tonight after I take a shower. Right now, I do have on some Perry Ellis portfolio, because right now I do have on some Perry Ellis portfolio, because right now I do have on some Perry Ellis portfolio elite, and I just got a little decant of Viking from the House of Creed, so I kind of wore both of those since they're both fougères, kind of borderline barbershop fragrances. Smell pretty good, but by the time I really went around people, they was both dying out, so didn't get any compliments, but I wasn't expecting it because I was at the time that I had to re-up and I didn't have the cologne on me, because I don't want to keep colognes in my car anymore, because I kind of messed up my bottle of Club D Nuit Intense, man. It started smelling horrible. It bounced back, but now the projection level is kind of along the lines of the House of Creed's Aventus. So it's not that beast mode projection anymore. So I'm not leaving my colognes in the car. It's just too hot. I live in South Louisiana, by the way. Beautiful atomizer too. Like it has like their logo right here as well. And it just looks nice. The color of the juice is real nice. It's like this grayish purplish color. So let's waste a couple of sprays. pretty decent atomizer, not as good as the Territoire Wild. Right off the back, I smell fruity and flowery notes. This is one of those fragrances where if you don't like fragrances that are more geared towards women, because this I feel like can be unisex, um, but it's definitely manly because I do smell like kind of some woody notes in there too. But because of the flowery and fruity notes, a lot of men might gear this going towards feminine. But I love good, sweet, fruity, not really gourmand fragrances. Like I don't think this would have like chocolate or things like that, or vanilla or things like that, like food sweet fragrances. But like as far as like flowery, powdery, fragrances like that. But this definitely smells good. Let me see if Fragrantica has this on there, because this usually houses that I've never heard of. Usually Fragrantica doesn't have anything about it. But you never know. Colonial Club Legend. Oh, they do have it. Wow. Who would have known? Yeah, this definitely smells good as well. I don't know if this is a clone of anything. I'm not sure, but I'll see what it reminds me of. I mean, I don't have to look that up for this because I already know this is a Sauvage clone. They completely made this to smell just like Sauvage, and they did an excellent job. Okay, so this scent is citrus, fresh, spicy, aromatic, warm, spicy, earthy, woody, leather, amber, mossy, and patchouli. So see, amber and woody. I know I smelled some woody notes. Um, but let's see what's all in it so I can get a better understanding. Top notes are orange, grapefruit, and lemon. Mid notes are black pepper, vetiver, and geranium and patchouli, and the base notes are leather, benzoin, and oak moss. So, so it has a couple of let's say kind of barbershoppy notes, almost making it kind of like a fougere with the oak moss, but it doesn't have like your lavender and things like that to make it completely a fougere. But let me smell it one more time. I mean, definitely getting the orange. I'm not really smelling the grapefruit and the lemon. If I can pick one of those, it's probably the grapefruit. I'm smelling a little bit more, but I'm not really getting the lemon opening. As it dries down, definitely has a little bit of spice in it, probably from the black pepper, and definitely getting the woody notes. I smelled the woody notes off the back, but it definitely is fruity, like I said, and it almost comes off a little bit flowery, maybe from the geranium or something like that. So, as far as rating this one, I definitely actually like it. I would rate this one a 7 because it smells really good as well. And this is from the house of, I'm going to read it again. This is from the house of Jeanne or Jeanne Arthes. So, definitely two good steals. 2 for 29 again. So definitely get your nose on these when you go to Perfumes for you. You can definitely smell them because they have them on display. They have testers, and so you can smell it before you buy it. But definitely two good recommendations. So that's it. This has been D. Davinci the Poet, aka James Darnell. I do poetry and sim reviews, and I appreciate you sticking through. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Mother, father, sister, brother, cousin that I do poetry and sim reviews. And I'm out. Peace, and I'll see you in the next one.